You think Earth is near the center of the universe? You're wrong. We might actually be living inside a cosmic desert, a massive void 2 billion light-years across. And here's the terrifying part. Earth could be right at the center of it. This isn't science fiction. In 2013, astronomers proposed a hypothesis called the KBC Void, the largest known region of emptiness in the universe. Inside this void, there's almost nothing. The density of matter is only 1/5 of normal space. Think of it like this: if the universe is a bustling city, then we are living in the deepest part of the Sahara Desert, for 2 billion light-years in every direction. There's only silence and darkness. And that leads to a disturbing question. Why haven't we found aliens? Maybe it's not because they don't exist, but because we're trapped in the most lifeless region of the universe, like a fish born in the deadest part of the ocean. It would never know how vibrant the coral reefs are. What's even more unsettling? This void might be breaking our understanding of the universe itself. Scientists have discovered that the expansion rate of the universe doesn't match theoretical predictions, and the KBC void might be the missing piece. But here's the real question. A theory this extreme, why should we believe it? In 2013, 3 astronomers did something simple and completely insane. They stared into the sky and counted galaxies. Not hundreds, not thousands, but 35,000 galaxy spectra. What they found was disturbing. Within a sphere 1 billion light-years around Earth, the number of galaxies was unusually low. But the moment you cross that boundary, the galaxy count suddenly jumps to 1.5 times higher. What does that mean? It means we might be trapped inside a giant bubble, and inside it is almost empty. Those 3 scientists named it using their initials, the KBC Void, and just like that, a crack appeared in humanity's understanding of the universe. But the scientific community didn't buy it. Critics argued, what if distant galaxies are hidden by dust? What if you simply missed them? After all, counting galaxies from Earth is like counting stars in the night sky. The farther you look, the harder it gets. Doubt spread everywhere. For years, the existence of this void remained a question mark. Until May 2025, a new paper published in the monthly notices of the Royal Astronomical Society completely changed the game. This time, scientists used a different ruler. They stopped counting galaxies and turned to something far more precise: Baryon Acoustic Oscillations. Sounds complicated, right? But the idea is actually simple. 13.8 billion years ago, the universe was nothing like today. It was a boiling plasma soup, where matter and light were tightly packed together. In dense regions, gravity pulled everything inward, but high-energy photons pushed outward. This constant push and pull created waves of pressure, rippling through the early universe, like throwing a stone into a pond. These ripples kept expanding until the universe cooled to about 3,000 degrees. At that moment, electrons and protons combined into atoms. Light was finally free to escape, and the ripples, they froze in place, locked forever into the structure of the cosmos. Each one spans about 1 billion light-years. These ancient ripples became a cosmic ruler, x bow scale, \approx 10 to the power of 9 x light-years. Find them, and you can measure the universe itself. But there's a problem: we don't measure them directly. Instead, we infer distance using redshift and observation angles. And here's the twist: redshift can be distorted if we're inside a cosmic void. If Earth really sits near the center of a void, 2 strange things would happen. First, outside the void, matter is denser, which means stronger gravity. That gravity pulls galaxies outward, adding extra velocity on top of cosmic expansion. So we think they're moving faster than they really are. Second, according to general relativity, light loses energy when escaping gravity. At the edge of the void, gravity is stronger, so light gets stretched, creating extra redshift. Combine these 2 effects, and we end up overestimating how fast galaxies are moving away. And that leads to one of the biggest mysteries in modern astronomy. The Hubble tension, the Hubble constant, describes how fast the universe expands. But here's the problem. We get 2 different answers. Method 1. Supernovae using nearby type Ia supernovae. We calculate a value of about 73 kilometers per second per megaparsec, meaning for every 3.26 million light-years, galaxies move away 73 kilometers per second faster. Method 2. Cosmic microwave background. The afterglow of the Big Bang. A completely different measurement method. And it gets even more shocking. At a 2025 National Astronomy Conference, researchers presented a striking result. The void model is 100 million times more likely than a universe without it. If that's true, then we are almost certainly living inside a giant cosmic void. But the story doesn't end here, because this void might also explain one of the most terrifying questions in human history. The Fermi paradox. In 1950, physicist Enrico Fermi asked a simple question over lunch. Where is everybody? The universe is vast. There are billions of stars, trillions of planets. By probability alone, intelligent life should be everywhere. So why have we found nothing? The KBC Void offers 3 cold answers. First, scarcity. Inside the void, there are fewer galaxies, fewer stars, fewer planets. The chances for life to emerge are already incredibly low. Our existence might be a rare accident within a rare region. Second, distance. Even if civilizations exist outside the void, they are separated from us by 2 billion light-years of emptiness. At the speed of light, it would take 2 billion years to cross. Not communication, not signals. Nothing gets through. Third, avoidance. If you were an advanced civilization, where would you explore? Dense, resource-rich regions, or a cosmic desert to them. We might be nothing more than a forgotten corner of the universe, not worth the effort to investigate. And here's the most unsettling idea of all. What if this isn't a coincidence? Some scientists propose the anthropic principle, the idea that only certain environments can give rise to observers like us. In dense regions of the universe, galaxy collisions are frequent. Supernova explosions are everywhere. Radiation levels are deadly. For fragile life, those places are hell. But in a quiet void, life has time. Time to evolve, time to think. Time to look up at the stars. In other words, cosmic voids may be the cradle of civilization, while crowded regions become its graveyard. Of course, this is still speculation. But one thing is certain. The discovery of the KBC Void has already shaken our understanding of the universe. We once believed the universe was uniform, the same everywhere. This idea, known as the cosmological principle, is one of the foundations of modern cosmology. But the KBC Void tells us something different. The universe is not uniform, at least not within our 2 billion light-year neighborhood. And here's the problem. According to current models, voids should not exceed about 100 million light-years. But this 2 billion light-years, 20 times larger than expected. So what does that mean? Either our theories need to change, or the universe is far stranger than we ever imagined. In September 2025, an article in Scientific American added even more uncertainty. A research team simulated large-scale galaxy distributions to reconstruct our local universe. Most known superclusters matched the simulations perfectly, except one. The KBC Void was nowhere to be found, which means we still don't fully understand it. Not its boundaries, not its depth, not even how it formed. Some suggest it formed from smaller voids merging together, like bubbles combining into one. Others think dark energy may have pushed matter outward, and some go even further. What if this is the aftermath of a super advanced civilization harvesting galaxies for energy? It sounds like science fiction, but at the scale of the universe, who can say for sure? Whether the KBC Void is confirmed or eventually disproven has already revealed something crucial. Our position in the universe may be far more special than we thought. We thought we lived in a cosmic city, but we might be deep inside a desert. We thought the universe was full of noise, but for 2 billion light-years, there's only silence. We thought aliens would come find us, but maybe no one even knows we're here. It sounds lonely, but maybe that loneliness is what protected us and allowed this small blue planet to survive for 13.8 billion years.